Luka Dončić's journey into basketball stardom wasn't built on the flashiest dunks or the fastest first step. His game has always been about something deeper, something slower yet more devastating. From the moment he first picked up a ball in Ljubljana, Slovenia, Luka relied on vision, control, and timing, the kind of qualities that can't be taught. By the time most kids his age were still fumbling with the basics, he was outthinking players twice his size, seeing the court 2 or 3 plays ahead. At just 13 years old, he left his family and home to sign with Real Madrid's basketball program. Think about that, 13. While most kids are struggling through middle school, Luka was living in a foreign country, training alongside grown men, and carrying the weight of expectations most adults would collapse under. But he didn't just survive it. He thrived. He adapted quickly, learned Spanish, and proved himself against older, stronger competition. By 16, he was already suiting up for Real Madrid's senior team, making him one of the youngest players to ever play at that level. What made him stand out wasn't speed or strength, it was pace. Luka never rushed, never panicked. He'd lull defenders into thinking they had him beat, only to explode with a sudden step-back 3 or a perfectly timed pass that split the defense. In a sport where everyone is sprinting, Luka found power in slowing things down. By 18, he had led Real Madrid to a EuroLeague championship, taking home both the Final Four MVP and the EuroLeague MVP. Scouts didn't just see potential anymore, they saw a prodigy ready for the NBA spotlight. When the 2018 NBA draft arrived, Luka was already a legend overseas, but in America, skepticism lingered. Some critics labeled him too slow for the league, doubted his athleticism, and wondered if his European dominance would translate against the best athletes in the world. The Atlanta Hawks selected him 3rd overall, only to trade him to the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for Trae Young and a future pick. That move would go down as one of the most talked about draft night trades in history. Dallas didn't just get a promising rookie. They got their franchise cornerstone. From his very first game, Luka silenced doubters with his unique blend of vision, shooting, and composure. He didn't need blinding speed. His step back was a weapon of its own, his footwork surgical, and his creativity unmatched. By the end of his rookie season, he wasn't just the best newcomer. He was already playing like a seasoned star, earning Rookie of the Year honors with ease. But Luka wasn't satisfied with simply being good. Each season, he elevated his game. The NBA quickly learned that his so-called weaknesses were illusions. Defenders who tried to speed him up only fell into his rhythm. Opponents who underestimated his size realized too late that his strength and craftiness in the paint were unstoppable. Every season, he grew bolder, stronger, and more dominant. Playoff basketball became Luka's true stage. Against the Los Angeles Clippers, he delivered one of the most iconic moments in recent memory. The step-back 3 at the buzzer, an overtime dagger that sent shockwaves through the league. It wasn't just the shot itself, it was the swagger, the calmness, the way he celebrated as if he had been doing it all his life. For Luka, it was just another day at the office. For fans, it was a glimpse into the future, a superstar who thrived under the brightest lights. Yet, for all the highlights, Luka's style continued to spark debate. He wasn't the fastest. He wasn't the most athletic. But he was dominating in a way that defied conventional wisdom. He broke defenses with angles and patience, creating space where none existed. Opponents knew what was coming. The slow dribble, the hesitation, the sudden burst into a step-back 3, and still couldn't stop it. Season after season, his numbers soared. Triple-doubles became routine. He joined the company of legends like LeBron James, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird with his all-around brilliance. But Luka wasn't just putting up stats. He was reshaping what it meant to control a game. Off the court, Luka remained grounded, still the kid from Slovenia who loved video games, family, and the simple joy of basketball. Fans connected with his authenticity, his boyish grin after impossible shots, and his fiery competitiveness. He played with heart, and it showed. As Dallas built around him, Luka became the face of the franchise, carrying the Mavericks back into contention. Each season brought new challenges, injuries, tough playoff exits, questions about his supporting cast, but Luka's growth never slowed. If anything, the setbacks fueled him. He returned sharper, hungrier, more determined to etch his name alongside the greats. His influence stretched beyond Dallas. Across the NBA, young players studied his footwork, his patience, his ability to weaponize control instead of speed. Coaches marveled at his basketball IQ, comparing him to the greatest floor generals the game had ever seen. Fans around the world wore his jersey, chanting his name in arenas thousands of miles from where he grew up. Today, Luka Dončić stands not just as one of the brightest stars of his generation, but as a player rewriting the very script of modern basketball. In a league obsessed with speed, he has proven that patience is just as deadly. In a game built on athleticism, he has shown that intelligence and craft can conquer all. The kid who left Slovenia at 13 now carries the hopes of Dallas, the weight of expectations and the admiration of millions. And the story is still being written. Luka's game is still evolving, his prime still ahead, and his legacy only just beginning. For every fan who doubted him, for every critic who questioned his athleticism, Luka Dončić has given one simple answer: watch the game. Watch how he bends it to his will, how he plays it like a symphony, slow and deliberate but always ending in brilliance. This is Luka's era, and the NBA will never look the same again.